Did you know that many of the large national walk-in bathtub companies are using the same sleazy, manipulative sales gimmicks that have been used for decades? Today, I'm going to show you how to see through that, give you the unvarnished truth, and help you protect yourself from these, I believe, unethical practices. There are good guys in the walk-in bathtub industry and there are bad guys, just like anything. I'm a lawyer, and trust me, there are some really fantastic attorneys out there, and there are also some sleazebags, people you totally want to stay away from, right? So there are good walk-in tub companies, and we love competing and working with these people. They make us proud to be in this industry. But there are some who've decided that making money and profits is more important to them than doing what's best for you. Okay, so a little background about me and my law career in direct sales. I actually started working in direct sales when I was going to law school. I helped pay my way through. And since then, as a lawyer, I have worked with direct sales companies. I've worked with consumers who've been taken advantage of by these companies. I've done consulting and training even, okay? And I actually love going after the companies that are taking advantage of and cheating people, and in particular, those that are taking advantage of seniors and people with health and mobility issues. Bottom line, I am very familiar with many of the various sales gimmicks and tricks that some in-home sales walk-in tub companies are using, and trust me, they have been using them for decades, okay? Why? Because they work, all right? Most people, especially seniors and people with health and mobility issues and other challenges, are subject to being taken advantage of. And I don't like to think that this is happening. And I want to do whatever I can to put a stop to it. Now, I may not be able to make these companies change their sleazy practices, but if I can educate you, the consumer, about what's going on so that obviously you can see these sleazy, unethical practices, you'll be able to protect yourself. You'll recognize them in a heartbeat, and you'll be able to tell that salesperson, you know, don't let the door hit you in the rear end on the way out, right? It's really powerful. Knowledge is powerful, but only applied knowledge will help you. So that's my goal here, is to give you a level playing field so you know when you're being treated unethically and when you're being manipulated. I think that's key. Did you ever see the old movie Glengarry, Glen Ross? You probably remember the scene where Alec Baldwin is training his salespeople, and he's training them to be closers, right? They like to do in the walk-in tub business what's called a one-call close. And the people coming to your home are one-call closers, right? He explains it as ABC of sales, the ABCs of sales, right? A, always. B, C, closing. Always be closing. Just respect the knowledge I'm giving you that everything they do in your home is designed and intended to move you to a sale for them, period. I want to pull the veil back on these tactics and give you a fighting chance. Okay, would you like that? First, let's talk about what is value. Second, how do these walk-in tub companies build value in their sales process and their product with you? Third, we'll discuss how they create reasons for you to buy. All right, they want you to buy today and not be able to think about it. And finally, we'll discuss how they create a sense of urgency. Then in another video, we'll talk about how I believe it should be done. Okay, fair enough? Okay, so let's get started. First off, most of these name brand walk-in tub companies get their leads through mass media advertising. Very, very expensive advertising. You see full page ads in national magazines, you see TV commercials, you see pages on the back of flyers and newspapers, you even see infomercials and commercials with celebrities in them. Very, very expensive, okay? I have another video where I address this perception that a lot of consumers have that walk-in tubs are really expensive. But for this point, let me just say, marketing costs are a major factor. And learning how to avoid these mass media lead generation marketing costs in your decision-making process is one way that we can help consumers save thousands of dollars, okay? Let's face it, walk-in tubs are a new technology. The average consumer does not fully understand this technology, and that makes us vulnerable to profiteers. Now, profiteers are people who take advantage of your lack of knowledge for their own benefit, okay? Remember door-to-door sales? Aluminum siding, encyclopedias, vacuum cleaners, knives. Oh my gosh. Do you remember the Saturday Night Live skit where Dan Aykroyd is spoofing these, aggressive pitch salesmen on TV, and he's talking about the Ronco Bassomatic? Do you remember he actually puts a fish in this blender? I mean, that was funny, okay? I chuckle even thinking about it. But the same manipulative sales tactics are being used today by walk-in tub salespeople. Now, I believe this will change over time as the consumer becomes more educated. So, for example, no one buys aluminum siding from a door-to-door salesman today, right? Well, I believe we won't be buying walk-in tubs from mass media sales companies and high-pressure sales companies in the future. So first, what is value? I like the way Jeff Lutie describes it, okay? It's not the price. It's the difference between what you think you should pay for something and what you actually end up paying for it, okay? And Jeff uses this example I think is great, right? He says you're running out of gas, you pull up to an intersection, and there's a gas station on all four corners, right? 3 of the stations are selling a gallon of gas for $4.50, but one of them is selling a gallon of gas for $4. Okay, the difference of 50 cents is clear, real value. I can see that. And guess where I'm going to fill my car up, right? I'm going to go to the one that's going to give me the most value. Make sense? If someone convinces you that a walk-in tub should cost you, let's say, $30,000, and you ultimately are able to buy one for $23,000, well, that's a real value, right? You feel like that's a good deal. So how do these walk-in tub companies try to create value? Okay, they go through several steps, and they spend a lot of time doing it. First of all, they spend up to 3 hours in your home, and they want you to like them. They are trying to build rapport. They're very friendly and talkative and chatty. They are trained to build this rapport with you, okay? They want you to like them, and sadly enough, the main key thereafter is they want you to trust them. They will tell you that they've been in business for 1,000 years. They do demo tricks like pop-up images of walk-in tubs. They use videos, mass media. They're going to regale you with amazing features like our tub door was designed by submarine technology. We have 1,000 water jets in our tub, invisible air jets. We have chromotherapy. We have UV. We have ozonators, we have inline heaters, we have umpteen leveling legs, we have everything you can imagine. We have a pump that'll suck the water out of the tub in 2 seconds. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. They'll tell you that they've got a lifetime guarantee on everything. They'll tell you that if their tub is acrylic is the best. If their tub is fiberglass, they'll tell you fiberglass is the best. Okay, I even did a separate video because one of the things a lot of them love to tout is what's called a mini bidet. Okay, check out that video. It's really actually kind of funny. Okay, but they're going to spend up to 3 hours, often more. Check out one of my videos I've got on this one-size-fits-all approach to selling walk-in tubs, because that is not the way for you in your best interest to buy a walk-in tub. One size never fits everybody, okay? So what are they doing during this process? They are trying to build perceived value, and they are bashing everyone else along the way. The next step they'll go to is they need to lock in their perceived value to you, okay? They are ready to do what's called price conditioning. So they have been giving you hints about cost, high cost, all along the way. They now think they've got you to believe in the high value of their tubs, so they will use what is called, for example, a kill book. Some of the salesmen use this. I'll put some of these in. This is an actual one that I got from a salesman. Anyway, whatever. I'll put some of these images up there. But what they're doing is they're taking ads and pricing from other companies, from competitors that are high, and again, they're feeding that into this price conditioning process. Regardless how each salesperson does it, just know, okay, This is a rehearsed presentation of high price points and other competitors' high-priced bids designed to condition you to a high price. When they think that they have you primed, they will hit you with their all-inclusive price, a price they think will shock you. Okay, let's say $30,000. Remember, their prices are often inflated and fabricated by the salesman based on what they think you will pay, meaning something less than this number they're giving you at this point. So they may price condition you at $30,000 or $28,000 or some other number. But if you say yes, your price is $30,000. They write you up and leave, and they go celebrate. And this is what's called a laydown. You have just become a laydown. This is what these sleazy salespeople call consumers who buy with no resistance. A laydown is somebody who buys at the highest price, and this means they pay too much. Okay? Some people also call these people suckers. So now that you have the knowledge that this is all a game, hopefully, most certainly, you won't be a sucker. Okay? This is important. Okay? Understand, this pitch is psychology. This is all planned and rehearsed. They want you to be shocked by the price. They want you to start high so they can get you excited when they start talking about these savings and lower prices that they're going to be able to give you. Don't be offended, but I used to say what they're trying to do is create a way to hook your greed gland so you really get excited at the deal they're offering you, okay? So remember, they're trying to create this perceived value, the difference between what you think you should pay for something and then what you actually end up paying, okay? So once they have you thinking it should cost $30,000 or whatever, anything less than that will be value to you, okay? If you say no to their opening price, they move on to the next closing stage. So how do they do this? This is called drops. Drops are planned price reductions. They're rehearsed price reductions. They will use published discounts and ads that they recycle month after month. I'll post a few of these up here so you can see them. The only thing that changes is maybe the phone number and a date. They're trying to track these ads to see which ones draw in the most calls and clicks, that sort of thing. Again, very expensive. But you'll understand that this pricing and these ads doesn't really mean anything. Because if you notice, their sales are always there. They're always there. Or if there's another excuse for them to adjust the price, it's President's Day, we can take $1,500 off. Oh, you're a veteran, thank you for your service. I'll take another $1,500 off. It's Labor Day. And because it's Labor Day, I can give you these dollars off. I mean, oh my goodness, you're left-handed. We have our exclusive left-handed person's discount just today. Oh my God, I'm so glad you told me. That'll save you $1,000. You get it? So remember, knowledge is power. And armed with this knowledge, let me ask you, what has a holiday or a perpetually run ad or any of these other factors, what do they have to do with the price you should pay for a walk-in tub? You now know the answer, right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. These are imaginary incentives designed to create perceived value. And they will do another trial close here to see if you'll pay the price they're at now. Okay? You buy at this point with the discounts they've offered. Let's say, to keep the numbers easy, your price is $26,000. Wow, way better than $30,000, right? However, if you balk and you say no at this price, the games continue. As Shakespeare wrote in Julius Caesar, let slip the dogs of war. Okay, now the salesman really gets ready to work for the close, okay? You're making them work for this, which is a good thing. They then shift to the infamous tonight only close. They're going to do or say whatever they can. They're going to say, hey, look, we're not pushy. You don't have to make any decision tonight. Our price is guaranteed for a whole year. So take your time to think about this price as long as you want, right? But don't let your guard down. They are just getting started. Then they come with a new twist to try to create value in your mind. They'll say something like, I can see you both really want this, Mr. and Ms. Jones, and I want you to be able to have it too. And I understand the price is a little difficult for you, but here's what I can do for you if you can make a decision tonight. You see, it costs the company a lot of money to send me out here. And if I have to come back out here, I just can't afford to come back. I'm just so busy. We just don't have time. So as a fair recognition of this expense the company has, I can offer you another $3,000 off for just being decisive. Now, I know you want this. You do, right, Ms. Jones? And Mr. Jones, you were so excited about the therapies, right? You were talking about how much you were going to benefit from those, right? Well, this is a way I can help you to get the tub at an even better price. Is there any reason I shouldn't go ahead and write you up? Now you're at $23,000, let's say, okay? That's your price if you say yes. But if you say no, well, now it gets like used car sales, okay? You should really get your hip boots on because it's going to come and it's going to come deep. I have another video that I'm going to do on some of the different manipulative final closing techniques, things that these people will use to try to get you to write a check and sign the contract that night. But please know that from this point on, they are focused on one thing, getting you to say yes. These companies have a philosophy, it's called buy or die. It means the salesman is going to stay and keep trying to close you until either you buy or you die, okay? It's not a very consumer-oriented philosophy if you ask me. And keep in mind, they have a predetermined price they need to sell you at. We haven't discussed this. It's called a par, okay? A par means the bottom price at which the company will allow the salesman to sell you at. They know what this number is when they walk in your front door. This is the number they are supposed to sell you at or higher, okay? And this is the part I hate more than anything. Most all in-home walk-in tub sales companies have pars around $17,000 to $18,000, maybe $20,000. They're all going up. They're all raising their prices up. Personally, as a lawyer and a consumer advocate, I think this should be illegal. What is really happening here is if they can get you to buy at a higher price than par, guess what? The salesman keeps 50% of everything over that par price. It's called a spiff or a par profit split, okay? So these salesmen are highly motivated to sell you at the highest price possible and as high above the par as they possibly can. In closing, let's catch up and do a little simple math here, okay? Let's say that you buy at the 30-day price. We'll hold this price for you for 30 days at $26,000, okay? A lot of people cave at that point. And the par price is $18,000. That equals $8,000 over par. So think about it. The company says they will split that $8,000, give an additional $4,000 spiff to the salesman and an extra $4,000 to the bottom line for the company, okay? Now keep in mind, this is in addition to their normal sales commission. So at 10%, which is what sales commissions are for these things, if the salesman sold you at par, they'd make $1,800. So when they sell you at the 30-day price, $8,000 above par, they make their base commission, but they make an extra $4,000 on top of that. Can you see how these salesmen are really motivated, like hungry dogs, to try to close you at the very highest possible price? What you're telling me is the salesman earned and deserves an extra $4,000 because the salesman liked your stories, they petted your dog, they talked about your kids. You know, in reality, they are being paid this extra $4,000 and the company's keeping the extra $4,000 because you got them to trust them. Now that's the part I find really repulsive. This only works if they can earn your trust. I'm sorry, but to me, that's sleazy, and it should be illegal. There is a lot of this going on today, a lot. And for example, just as a lawyer thinking back, why do you think many products have manufacturer suggested retail pricing? Why do car dealerships Now, why are they required to put factory pricing on the windows? Okay, it's to protect from these type tactics that were used in those industries in the past. All right, so there's a long-standing sales saying that a good closer will take at least 5 no's before giving up. I'm going to cover many of the specific scripts and tactics that they use to get you to say yes in another video. I also have a video that discusses issues and dangers of some of the financing gimmicks that these companies are using to get you to buy. And it's very likely that you might enter into a financing situation that is not in your best interest unless you are fully advised. So be careful of that too. Please provide your comments, and you know what? Any of your personal experiences, if you've had a walk-in tub salesman come to your home, did they try different things, anything like this, or did you have a nice? I mean, were they honest and forthright? I mean, that's a possibility too. All right. So share your experiences and comments. It'd be valuable to everybody, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below, and share this with other people. Okay. And if you think this information was helpful, I'd love to hear from you. All right. I love you all. I love questions. So don't hesitate to give us a call. Until next time, take care.